10, 9, ignition sequence start, 6.
Hello, and welcome to Rocket Fuel, a daily update of everything that's happening in the rocket pool community. My name is Wack. Today is February 9th, and we're going to get started with a self-shill, which is what I like to do in these moments. So I recorded a new episode of Launchpad. This was episode 18 of Launchpad, and the latest one was with Grant. For those of you who don't know, Grant was the third most recent hire in the rocket pool team. And you might be thinking, wait, that's the second most recent hire because he was hired before Fornax, but we're going to be getting into that in a minute. Anyway, here Grant, he's the ecosystem lead, which is kind of like a biz devy kind of position, talking to other protocols, all that kind of stuff. In the call with Grant, like we talked a lot about like his crypto journey, his life journey, getting him from the US to moving to Australia, and kind of how he got into crypto early on, like from 2013. Basically, he bought Bitcoin, he bought Ethereum under $10. Like, it's pretty early. Some of the things that he was doing, and then some of the misfortunes he had along the way, and then how he got working for Rocket Pool, and what he does for Rocket Pool, and how, even though he'd been in crypto for a while, really getting into like DeFi and like all the things that come along with being in a protocol like Rocket Pool, like the difficulties he faced with that. And then we talked a lot about like some of the things that he's working on now, some of the partnerships, and some of the protocols that he's kind of interacting with quite frequently. And it was just a really, really great chat. And Grant's a really nice guy, and I had a really great time talking to him. So it was really funny because like there are a few similarities between our personalities that I could be like, oh yeah, that's how I was too. But you can watch the episode and you can get that information. And I think you'll all really like it. So go to the tweet in the description. You can go to the YouTube video. You can watch it there. Of course, as always with Rocket Fuel episodes, they're all Rocket Fuel episodes, like the daily news show and the Launchpad episodes. They are all available in podcast form also, and they have been for a while. The way to get to the podcast, let me show you the easiest way. So if you click on the YouTube link, and then in the description of the video, if you just press more at the bottom here, you can see that. Oh, well, this one doesn't. In a regular Rocket Fuel episode and daily episode, they all have the links to the podcast forms. There's Apple Podcasts, there's Spotify, there's Google Podcasts, like the main podcast venues that you use. And there's also an RSS feed that you can import into your favorite podcast software that you enjoy. So however you want to watch or listen to Rocket Fuel and Launchpad episodes, those options are available to you. But this one is definitely a fun episode that I really enjoyed recording, and I think you'll all enjoy listening to also. Let's move on from that self-shill to the news of a new team member. So here Dave put out this post yesterday, right as I was actually recording the episode, and he said, hey everyone, as we mentioned a little while back, we're bringing on our first ever junior dev role into the team. But this is actually quite funny because Joe was previously hired as a junior dev, and that was made kind of into a joke in the community. But yeah, so I think Dave forgot. So first ever junior dev role, junior role into the team. We'd like everyone to give a warm welcome to Thomas Pan, and then he tags him T-Pan. He originally applied for our smart node developer position we advertised for last year, and even though that didn't pan out, sorry, I guess because of using the pun, it said pan out for him. We loved his attitude and proactiveness with Ethereum hackathons so much, we made a new position for him. He also comes to us fresh from Nethermind, where he was a security smart contract intern and worked on cool things like zero knowledge proofs, bots for monitoring smart contracts, and much more. So Dave says, everyone give Thomas Pan a big Rocket Pool welcome to the team. So he got 124 rocket emojis and a whole bunch of other nice reactions. It was really nice that we it was announced this way because Thomas was available pretty much right away to start like chatting in Discord. Like as soon as the announcement went out, people were just like, wait, who's this guy? And who's this guy? Like, what's going on? And there's his avatar. It's like of a woman wearing the Vision Pro, the new Apple VR headset, and on the screen it's a chart of like a crypto chart going downwards. And then people started tagging Thomas and break the rules, but people were like welcoming him and saying hi, and then he started responding right away saying, so excited to meet everyone. I'm going to be in Denver too, so he's going to be at ETH Denver, which is really exciting because we'll all get to meet him there. So it looks like, it really does look like the whole team is going to ETH Denver, and the only person who won't be going to ETH Denver is Joe, because he will be on paternity leave, but he's going to be video linking in during Denver liftoff, which is going to be really exciting. But then people kind of started talking to Thomas and asking him all these different questions, and just welcoming him and being really friendly in the way that Discord's trading or trading channel usually is. Like, for example, this comment from Jasper says, we're going to need your opinion on everything ever, and you'll be subject to excoriation if we disagree on anything. And then Thomas replied by saying, I know everything about anything at any time. And then the Jasper replied, sorry, we already have Noshua for that, but you can be Junior Noshua. But then people asked him where he's from, and he said he's based out of the Pacific Northwest, so he's in the US and not in Australia. And then he says, maybe I'll slowly become an Aussie. And then Patches was saying, oh no, another time zone, and Lango was like, yeah, tell me about it. So the team, I think, now is across 4, maybe 5 different time zones. So here Dondo caught out caught out Dave with his comment about the junior, our first ever junior role. And then Dondo says, Dave seriously forgot about Joe. And Ken says, finally someone in my time zone, because he's West Coast as well. And then they started talking about his time at Nethermind and some of the stuff that he was working with there. And he interned in summer 2022. So they were doing some cool stuff, and about formal verification, which is all, Ramana's bag. And then let me see if I can find it. Something really, really great happened where, then they were asking if he was Snowcones, because Snowcones is a member who left the community. We don't know where he's gone. And, the overlap is kind of suspicious, potentially, is Thomas Snowcones, but he's not Snowcones. And then Jasper's asking about the airspeed of an unladen modular swallow if it uses paralyzed wing movements. So something really great happened. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe you can go to the next. Oh yeah, here we go. Wait, where is it? I'm sorry. I thought I had it ready. Let me see. To it. This right here. I was right there as well. So I need to tell this story. I need to go backwards a step. But anyway, here, looking for Al says, can you change your server name to TPAN Supports Trading to show us you appreciate this channel? And then Patches says, did TPAN already get banned? I'm not sure. Jasper was like, and looking for Owls had the Harold face, kind of like a sheepish smile. And Patches says he's not in the server anymore. And looking for Al says he did it. A35 said Thomas quit in record time. And Vaka was laughing that he got banned because he commented in the Rocket Fuel submission thread. And Maverick was like, wait, what just happened? And yeah, Thomas was in no more mutual servers with Patches anymore. And looking for Al says he changed his name to TPAN Supports Trading. So basically, there's a story here where Looking for Owls changed his name last week to something about there being a mention of support in there. And Wick will ban you from the server if you if you put support in your name, because it thinks you're going to be trying to scam people. So Thomas changed his name to Supports Trading, and he got banned. He got banned. So then he came back and he said what happened, and we're like, welcome back. And then he says, whoever told me to change my name to T-Pan Supports Trading. So looking for Owls, like the sheepish grin again. And he says, I got kicked by the bar. So that was really, really funny. Hazing of guests of sorts. And here, Owls shares the screenshot as well of him asking him to change his name, and he totally got him. So that was just amazing, like peak trading to get the new team member banned within a few minutes of being in the server. It was really good. So yeah, that was definitely a highlight. And then Kron came along and made this meme where Thomas is trying to approaching trading, but then Wick is kind of holding Thomas back. So that was really good stuff. And then Thomas as well was sharing some pictures of him doing a shui at some point in the past. So he's already got the shui thing down, and we're convincing him to do one in Denver. So I think that might be on the cards. And here's Thomas on the left. For those of you who are looking at the picture. So yeah, it's nice to meet him. That was a really good peak trading moment. Definitely, it was a really, really great trading moment. Okay, let's move on to other things now. Here we have a follow-up on the rapid research review next steps. So here Schifrin made this post, and he says the rapid research review concluded earlier this week with the GMC receiving 21 high-quality submissions from 11 individuals. It says in order to get from these ideas to real impact, it's important to figure out how high-level vision for the protocol's near and mid-term future. Now, it's time to act and consolidate these impressive submissions into a comprehensive plan that will shape the future of the protocol. Reviewers unanimously agree that the most effective approach towards moving forward is to integrate the various tactical ideas into a strategic plan aimed at enhancing the protocol. One example of vision that was already posted from Waldorf. This suggests the integration of direct capture 2 with bond curves supported by universal variable income, RETH protection, and early validator rejection. You can learn more about this here, and then we're going to go and have a look at that in a second. Oh, I said in a second, but I already moved across. And it says the GMC is actively seeking innovative visions on how to incorporate multiple submissions idea into an actionable plan. They have indicated that high quality submissions are likely to be rewarded with retrospective compensation. So there's no amount that's necessarily mentioned here, but I think that people who present efforts in good faith will get some kind of reward for that. And Schifrin finishes by saying, we eagerly invite proposals from any community member who wishes to contribute their strategic vision for the future. And then he tagged a whole bunch of people who've been involved in tokenomics work before, like Art Democrat, Dago Duck, Epinef, Ken, Noshua Langers, Luo Minx, Never an Island, Occam, Scuzzle, Waldorf, Seamus, Long for Wisdom, and Kane. So these are all people who won prizes basically, and now they're asking to step up again. Let's have a look at what Waldorf came up with. So this is Val's off-the-cuff preference. So this is from the beginning of September. So it looks like this is likely to change potentially. I think it was edited last month, but I don't know what he changed or didn't change. So he says the aggressive alt curve from the bond curve, the new RPL value capture from direct capture 2, with 35% of commission going to node operators. It says about 5 validators at 12.5 ETH bond will match the expected Lido CSM return on investment. After that, our node operators suppress it, while lower numbers are lower return on investment than Lido CSM. It's a moderate trade-off. It'll be 85% good or better, which some might opt into for ethos reasons. This is equivalent to going down from the current 10% minimum bond to a 7.6% minimum bond. This is, I believe this is worth it in order to be competitive, even at low numbers of mini pools. So the PETH, the minimum RPL amount as a percentage of protocol ETH being 10%. He's saying that maybe change that to see how it works. I think. And then it says make RETH whole in case of outlier underperformers per Art Democrat's proposal with the following tweaks. No RPL burn. Make first take from monthly ETH. So execution layer, smoothie, RPL, ETH, commission share, etc. This is next take from the monthly RPL. Next take from RPL bond, if any. Next take from ETH bond. This debt counts towards kicking validators due to leakage. And it says you exit a validator on leakage of more than 1 ETH. It's about 6 months worth of covering leakage and debt to our ETH at 4% APY. And it says, note that we'll only need to kick one of the little LEB8s for this, unlike MEV theft, which probably exits everything. And it says then add universal variable commission as well. And it says, as long as we're growing, I suggest mostly using the universal variable commission knob for balance. This will probably eventually look like a PID controller. And it says an initial take on that could be driven manually. If the deposit pool has been full for 80% of the last month, vote to increase the commission 1%. And if the deposit pool has been empty for 95% of the last month, vote to decrease commission 1%. So this is asymmetry on purpose, as the drag of the deposit pool is a cost. So it's better to have it at like being nearly empty instead of nearly full. And then, some more ideas there. It says, looking at the 22% of commission to node operators, it says in direct capture 2, this is what we said was equivalent to value capture at the current 10% of borrowed ETH minimum RPL bond. It takes 21 mini pools, the 36.5 ETH bond, to match the proposed Lido CSM, and a single mini pool is about 80% as profitable as Lido CSM. So while this is mostly functional, I prefer skewing higher on the node operator split and going for rapid growth. If you can overachieve to get to near our self-limit, we can always move some commission back to RPL. This split number would be one of many worthy points of discussion. So that was like Val's ideas from a few months ago. I don't know if he's going to submit new ideas as these change, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does. And I'll let you know as ideas come in. Okay, next there's a reminder that the new grants round, which is round 9, will be ending on February 11th. So you have 2 days from the time of this video, 2 and a bit days to get it out. This has actually been a really quiet round where we've only had, I think, a very small number of applications coming in. So we haven't had any, we've had one bounty application come in, which is from Ben Affleck. I don't think it's the same Ben Affleck. About SSV integration into Rocket Pool. We've had a couple of grant applications coming in. This one is about Rocket Pool sponsoring ETH Denver Pizza Party. And the Pizza DAO, basically, they have different tiers of sponsorship, and it will be good for our Rocket Pool to sponsor it, basically, the GMC potentially. That's the first one. Then we have some Beacon Chain advertising, which would pay for advertising Rocket Pool on the Beacon Chain website, and some information there as well. And then here we have retrospective awards where we have ETH Stake attacks, basically some money going to ETH Stake attacks for them integrating Rocket Pool into their tax service. And they've got some like testimonials basically of people saying this is amazing, this is a really good feature, all that kind of stuff. And they are asking for $30,000. So that's what they're doing for that. And then here we have Regex Buster, who is taking over from Kent Philly for maintaining RPLDeFi.com, and he is asking for about up 250 RPL for the wholesale updates. Oh, this is retroactive. Sorry for the grants missed, and I guess he'll be putting in a new one going forwards. So that is a nice little update. It looks like it's going to be a pretty easy month for the GMC, hopefully, if none of them are controversial. But that's nice that you've got 2 days left to put in your applications if you haven't done yet. Okay, next we've got an update of a new client execution layer client update, which this is from Geth. So Geth are now on version 1.13.12, and it says this release embeds the mainnet fork for Cancun, scheduled to go live on March 13th. It says the specification we read here, and it contains the following EIPs. So EIP 1153, 4788, which is the one that we really want, 4844, which is what everyone wants, 5656, 6780, 7516, and it says to go along Cancun, we are providing refreshed Grafana dashboards, which is nice. It says other than that, we're following assorted fixtures and features that are included in this release, and then there's some more information as well. So you're going to start seeing lots of client updates coming in the next few weeks that will be getting things ready for Dencun, and you will probably see like at least 4 or 5 updates happening between now and then, as people are kind of like ironing out last minute bugs and fixes and stuff like that. So that is really cool. And finally, we're going to end today's episode with this new blog post from Vitalik. So this is about asking security questions. It kind of ties in with some of the things that I've been talking about on Rocket Fuel for a while, which is, people are out there to scam you. The technology for scamming you is getting better and better every day. So Vitalik has this idea of like ask security questions. So he uses the anecdote of a person who was scammed out of $25 million after a deep fake video call with a CFO of a company. So he says, like, there's obvious answer. Ask them things that only they would know about their life. These should be things like that that you expect them to remember, that the internet does not know, that are difficult to guess. Ideally, even someone who's hacked a corporate and government database does not know this. So this might be like, what was the name of our first cat, or what color was our first cat, or what's your favorite like sandwich from that store, kind of thing, like something like that maybe. And it says the natural thing is to ask them about shared experiences. Possible examples include when the two of you last saw each other, what restaurant did we eat for dinner, and what food did you have? Which of our friends made the joke about an ancient politician, and which politician was it? I like how he used the word ancient politician there because it could apply to many different politicians. This is which movie did we recently watch that you did not like, and you suggested last week that I chat with such and such person about them helping us with such and such thing. Yeah. So this is a thing that I think is going to get more and more important as deepfakes get easier and easier to make. And as more and more information of ours leaks into the public realm, it'll be hard to it'll be really easy, it'll be trivial basically to attack people in this way. And we need to stay vigilant. And here there's some more compliments as well, like pre-agreed code words and a duress key, and a guard against man-in-the-middle attacks, and daily limits and delays, etc. So if this is something that you're interested in and want to learn more about, Vitalik's got a really cool blog post for you to read and get informed about. So on that note, I'm going to end today's episode. Thank you all for watching, listening, and being part of the Rocket Fuel community. I hope you enjoyed the Launchpad episode with Grant. Like I said, it was a really fun one to make. So I hope all of you have a lovely weekend, and let's keep trolling Thomas in Discord. Well, maybe not. Let's take it easy on him for a few days. But thanks everyone, and I'll see you all on Monday. Bye.